All right, we're here in Boise, Idaho. It's dark out there. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Jared Sliger.
Okay.
I came across Rob Long, Robert Lightning Long, in 1992. In 1992, and
Now, you used my comedy sports nickname.
that is how I met you.
Okay.
Yeah, and one of the more significant contributions you made to my life was a 1 minute talk. For those of you that have never been subjected to the 1 minute talk, it works like this. You stand on a stage with no lights on. They hit the lights and shout a topic. And then mine was peanut butter, I remember it. They said peanut butter and the lights went on. And your job is to speak for 1 minute and then stop when you think 1 minute has run out.
Just so you know, there's a lot of variations of 1 minute talk. You can do it a lot of different ways.
Well, the torturous one that I was subjected to is the one I'm explaining.
Okay.
And then you talk and talk and talk, and when you think 1 minute has passed, you stop talking. They turn the light off, and then they ridicule you for how far away from 1 minute you are.
Who's they?
The lights were off, but I'm pretty sure I heard your voice saying, "That's not close." And I'm pretty sure in my first one, I was convinced that I'd been talking for like 5 minutes, and I talked for 42 seconds.
So wait, your first experience with me was negative.
Oh, no, I didn't say that was a negative.
Okay, because I don't teach that way anymore.
Yeah, no. It was
I would not yell at somebody in a way that would be described as ridiculing.
mocking and ridicule. But the lights were off, so I don't know that it was you. There was a lot of other people there trying to be funny, so there might have been somebody else.
Oh, okay. Do you remember any of the other people?
I know for sure Derek Mears was there. I think there was a guy named Sean, Inga Barks. That's the only ones I really remember.
Okay.
I mean, other than the mainstays from Comedy Sports back then.
Was Inga in your class,
Yes.
or was she there as a player?
No, Inga was in my class.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's not a comment on the state of Comedy Sports at that time.
Okay.
But I only went to one workshop, I believe, and then they asked me to play.
Oh,
and
God.
I still, to this day, don't know if it was just they were that hard up for players,
Yeah.
or if they're like, we see some potential in this guy.
Okay.
I'm just going to leave that out there because I don't know which one it was.
Well, it was 1992, so you'd have to ask Johnny.
Right. Oh, yeah, he was there for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was, at that point in my Comedy Sports experience, I still believed that Derek had hair because Derek was wearing a red wig at the time.
Right.
And I found out about a month later
As late as 92?
that he didn't have hair, and it scared me.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how I came across Rob. And I shared with you a couple days ago that I think that experience of having to be that confident on stage and being comfortable with yourself on stage and knowing that you don't always, to be funny, you don't have to go for the joke. You can just be yourself.
Okay.
And a lot of times that's funny enough for what you're looking for, was a huge thing for me. And it helped me be a way better teacher, to be comfortable in front of people, in front of students. And it was a huge time in my life. I think I don't remember how long. Somebody asked me the other day how long I did it. I think it was about a year and a half. Every Friday, Saturday night, hanging out with the funniest people I've ever met. So that was fun.
That's very kind of you.
Yeah, that was great. Not everybody was funny. We had this ref. Ref a lot, and he really enjoyed reffing. But I enjoyed almost everybody there.
Yeah, I was back in the early 90s, that era, that group of people, I felt like I must know what it feels like to be the Beatles, because that group of people just, I thought we as a group could have done anything.
Well, and so I came in to that after you guys, you were the Beatles. So I was like, I was a roadie, just hanging out and watching the magic. And I've told people numerous times that my absolute favorite times in Comedy Sports weren't the performances. It was warming up beforehand.
Yeah.
At halftime, and I would like take myself out of games so that I could watch.
Yeah.
Because Mansbach and Seton and you and Derek, it was like, it was so intense and fast and funny as heck. It was amazing. Yeah, those are fun times.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, you're deprecating your own role in it, but I mean,
I have video to show that I have a right to do that. But that said, I appreciate it. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, and
see, I want to add something because I know I've been slammed by certain people who think I take credit for people.
yeah,
And I've never felt that way. I've been fortunate enough to be around some amazing performers.
yeah,
And I was lucky enough to be the guy to give Derek his first workshop.
mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean I'm responsible for his talent.
Oh, you just
The fact that I was there and their life came past me, I'm in awe of a lot of the people who I have, quote unquote, trained.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean I'm responsible for their success. I'm in awe of it. I'm usually mystified by the tapestry of life and how things play out over time. I'm just fascinated by that.
Yeah.
So all of the people, that's one of the reasons that I'm doing this documentation is the amazing people that I've been fortunate enough to know and to meet and have had be a part of my life. I'm not responsible for them.
Yeah.
You're one of those people.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, over time they've scattered. That's not the word I want, but they've gone different places.
The branches of,
and just the ability to touch base with those people, go back, visit.
It's a cool opportunity.
Yeah, I'm just thankful to have it and glad that so many of them are still around and available and part of my life in whatever way.
Well, I'm a firm believer in I'm not sure how many degrees of Kevin Bacon there is, but like there's degrees of Rob Long, right? So it's how you're connected to him, or maybe it's the degrees of Dale Barker. Maybe he's the glue that's holding.
Yeah, I would go with that. Dale knows a lot of people.
Yeah, right. And I am just continually amazed here in Middleton, up in here in Idaho, how small, how many people I know, but how small my world is,
Mm-hmm.
and how interconnected they are, independent of me, and that you only have to look at us sitting here to realize how we have a connection that we had zero clue that we had a connection in Dale Barker,
Mm-hmm.
and just really cool to be able to connect and be able to like, oh yeah, Barker, yeah, and then be able to talk about him, and I love the fact that my wife was like, so this guy that's staying with us, when's the last time you saw him? And I'm like, 1990. 94, 95. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But and Rob, I just think people who you come across in your life, they have they're not powerful. Powerful might not be the right word, but they're anchors. And so you can come across these people, and because of the experiences you had, I would call it shared adversity, because I was having very adverse reactions to being on stage and being stressed and traumatized. So I remember all those things, but it was really fun at the same time. It was really difficult, but it was very fun. And so I remember all those guys. I feel like, oh, Johnny Mansbach and I are buddies. He doesn't have a clue who I am, but he was big in my life at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And so were you, and so was Derek. And I'm the first one to tell people, oh yeah, Derek Mears, we're bad. We're buddies, right? I'm sure he's not telling people that he knows me, but it was just a really fun time, and it's been fun to catch up and just see how much things have changed, and yet how much of it hasn't, right?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed my time here in Boise.
Yeah.
That's my big takeaway, by the way. It's not Boise.
Yeah, you gotta say
It's
it right.
Boise. Boise.
Yep. We're nice people in Idaho, but don't mispronounce our names.
Right.
Not Boise State, it's Boise. Boise, like Boys to Men, but Boise.
Yeah, you get the same experience in Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
If you call it Nevada, they know you're an outsider.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden everybody's pointing and screaming like an Invasion of the Body Snatchers ending.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So question 3 you've kind of embarked on already, but it's you're aware of the trip that I am on, and it's kind of whatever you want to react to it, however you want to discuss it, whatever angle you want to come at it from.
My main angle would be jealousy. I think it's a really cool opportunity to be able to, I'll use your car as an analogy, to be able to unplug, but then plug in at different places around the country.
Yeah.
And reconnect with people that you haven't been around for a while, and figure out, what it was about them in that time of your life that made them valuable to you, and then unplug and then go find somebody else to do that with. And all the while being able to go see different parts of the country that you haven't seen yet. And I just think that's really cool. And my kids are 8 and 9 because I started having kids late. I'll be 70 when they graduate from high school. I don't know about the math.
That's not accurate.
60. I'll be in my 60s.
60s.
But to be able to go on those kind of trips, I was joking the other day about Fletcher, and joking that someday he and I are going to sit down and watch Fletch, and he's going to understand why he's named Fletch and who his namesake is. But there's just those cool moments in your life that you look forward to, and I think a trip like this would be one of those cool moments to either go on with your son or go on with your daughter, or just go on yourself and just hit the tuning fork on your life for what you're doing and why you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm debating. I don't know if this is possible, but I know this summer, currently I'll have to be back in Bakersfield in August, but I wonder if it's feasible. It's not when you own a house, but to rent a place for the next school year for the 10 months, and then put all my stuff back in storage and go do it again for two and a half months.
It's one of the. I've had opportunities in the last several years to enter the corporate world. I got my MBA and.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But have toyed with the idea of going into the corporate world, and whenever we do that, Lisa and I, we talk about what's the opportunity cost for doing that.
Yeah.
Because we're both teachers, and both of our kids are in school. So we have 2 months during the summer where nobody in our family has any commitments, and then we have vacations. And to be able to just unplug is a huge benefit of being on a teacher schedule. You just have that summer where you can just go find yourself. There's a movie about that.
Brokeback Mountain.
I can't quit you, Rob. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to minimize all my expenses so I can save more money.
Yeah.
And then just pick somewhere to go, fly there, rent a car, or...
Start a little radius from there.
Yeah, maybe next time I won't even have a vehicle. I'll use like Lyft and public transportation, and because there's apparently a train trip across the United States that you can do really cheaply, and it shows you like 10 different super scenic locations or something
That's
like
cool.
that.
And you just get off and go do your deal.
Yeah, since I've been doing it, people have been sending me stuff I should do or stuff I should see.
Yeah.
Like Kayleen sent me an article of 50 scenic small towns in the United States that I'm looking at going, I wish I had time to add these 50 destinations to the map.
I was thinking about where you've been already, and I'm almost positive that there's rumors of some of these places you've been of lava tubes, but tunnels underground?
Wait a minute. Are you joking?
No, because like out here in central Idaho, there's they call it the Craters of the Moon,
Okay.
and they've been researching it to see if because it's all lava tubes and lava stuff, and so they've been researching it because they think that these lava tubes, they go places, like that they're connected, and not all of them. I mean, they've been researching it because not all of them are. They don't all come out on land. Like there's some that go in like lakes that come out in.
Have you watched any of my other videos?
No.
I think you're acting right now.
How am I supposed to act if I'm acting?
Because you're totally playing into the Loch Ness Monster theory.
Oh, I think they're all related.
Okay, so are there multiple sea serpents, or is there only one?
No, there's like one.
And it travels from place to
Through
place,
these lava tubes.
but they're underwater?
Yeah.
Or is the creature amphibious?
Well, I have no evidence to say that it's not, because I can't imagine that all those tubes are underwater.
So I had a Yeti sighting here earlier, and now you're adding to the sea serpent story.
Well, I can't confirm or deny it.
Well, I have to research these lava tubes now.
I think, yeah, the Craters of the Moon, you'll head through it.
So
It's
now I
crazy
have a
place.
stop. I have to stop at the Craters of the Moon and see if
Yeah.
I can... Is there a hike into the lava tubes?
I was a little skittish, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if there is one, I'll do it.
I'm super not brave.
You teach 8th graders, sir.
I do. I teach 8th graders. Not only
That's
do I
one of
teach
the
8th
bravest jobs on the
graders, but
planet.
I teach 8th graders math. I've joked that there are very few.
There should be hazard pay for that.
Right. So I am a firm believer that there are not very many professions anywhere where everybody that you come in contact with hates what you're doing to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, English teachers, not so much, because every now and then they help kids. Math, no way. They all hate me. Not me. Well, some me, but they hate what you're doing. It's like you're torturing them. Like when I used to deliver pizzas, almost everybody, it's the pizza guy. It's the pizza guy. I've never had a student come in and be like, it's the math class. Woo! Yeah. Yeah. So.
You heard it here first, folks. Walk into your next math class and celebrate.
Celebrate just once. I always feel like that I've joked with Ben, the guy I teach with,
Yeah.
that we should have in baseball, when the relief pitchers come in, they call it like their theme song or their come out music, where they play the music as they're walking to the mound. I always feel like the first day of school, we should just have music playing, and we should be out in the hall and then just kind of get this music, big pump up music, and then come running into the classroom and introduce ourselves. But I know they'd just sit there and stare at us, so it would only be for us. But,
So
it'd be fun.
do it for you.
Yeah, right? Yeah. No, I'm super jealous of this trip. I think it's a cool opportunity. And
Thanks.
I'm glad that we got to be a part of it. My kids have a talent show tomorrow, and
I'm looking forward to that.
we produced a little bit of it for them.
Yep.
They've edited it. The people in charge of the talent show, they told Paxton she's not allowed to have the audience give Fletcher a hand because they're too worried that it'll take too long to get the crowd back under control, because Fletcher's that much of a character, so they had to cut that line.
Oh, okay.
So they're worried
That was
about,
my major contribution to the
worried
piece.
about crowd control. Right? Yeah, mixed right away. It's on the cutting room floor already. But, yeah.
Well, I've really enjoyed my time in Boise,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to coming back here sometime.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Cool.
We have several board games that I'll let you win.
Oh, man. List the games we've played during the time I've been here. See if you can do it.
Dungeons and Dragons 3.5.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my Minotaur. I'm so happy with my Minotaur.
Oh, your Minotaur. My favorite moment, there's two. And then my Minotaur's favorite moments were when he killed I don't know what bracket. He killed some creature to feed it to the raptor,
It was a troglodyte.
a troglodyte, which apparently smells.
Yeah, troglodytes smell terrible.
And after you killed it, you had to do a will save, and you barely passed it, and your character barely passed it, and you're like, as I'm handing it to him, like, because it smells bad. I was just like, wow, he's so into this character.
Well, I was just imagining
Fantastic.
how
Yeah,
bull
no, totally.
like
It just stinks, right?
you know, like getting a cow getting a bad smell out
Yeah,
of it.
exactly. And that, and then you had
A minotaur's not a cow, by the way.
oh,
I know that.
you almost killed their leader, and then brought him back to life.
Yep.
And then once the fight was over, we'd killed all these things, these people, and then your minotaur just went over and laid down and took a nap.
Yeah.
And the fight
Yeah.
just like, I'm taking a nap.
I negotiated 2 shares of the job.
Yeah, and then we brought him back to life, and he said something, and then your minotaur was like, "Grr?" Like stood up, walked back over to him, put his axe right in his head, and like, oh god, what did I do? That was beautiful. So we played D&D, and then
I gotta add one just because I liked it as much as the troglodyte one.
Yeah.
It was the dude because we were arrested. It was my favorite introduced to the party scene ever.
when we got thrown out the window.
Yeah. Because Taylor walked in, his wolf walked in first, and I went, I can make a saddle for that for you if you want.
Trevor the wolf.
Because I built the entire character on the fact that the Minotaur has the skill ride.
Yeah,
And I don't know why a Minotaur would have ride.
it would have to be a large animal.
So I built the saddle for the direwolf so that Taylor could ride it, which he then never did during the rest of the time I was around. And then somehow you and I got into an arm wrestling match because you're a half orc.
The mage suggested it. I think they should arm wrestle.
Yeah, and I was like, whatever. It's not a competition. It's no competition because you're a half orc and your strength was 19, and then you glanced over at my sheet, and my strength is 27.
Hashtag biceps, yeah, right. And
So then we worked the room to get them to bet on me, and then I let you win, and then to try and get out of the deal, I threw us out a window. But they came and arrested us,
yeah,
and I thought we were going to get to see like a magistrate, and they didn't. They marched us out of town to this horde of creatures that they were sending north to kill things.
Yeah.
And after everything ran off, after I tried to tame the raptor with the troglodyte,
which you did, by the way.
for the moment,
Yeah,
but then when it was set free to go attack, it didn't attack me, but so then we didn't go. We started off in a different direction. The line of soldiers went, cowards. And then I walked up to the one dude because he emphasized cow. He was cowards. And I got in his face and I said to Ben, in the interest of time, I'm not going to pick a fight with this guy. So I'm just going to lean into his face and go, say it again.
the size differential is like, yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of good moments in that session. Please continue with the list.
Well, so the very first night, one of the first nights, you were a part of the end of a game of Star Wars Rebellion, which is fantastic. The rebels are in a bad way right now. I'm gonna get them. And then we played Isle of Skye.
I love that one. That was
That was a
fun.
good one. That was a quality game. And then we played Bats, Fletcher's game. I still
Yep.
invented the game. We played Bats.
Yep.
We played Role Player with the Monsters and Minions expansion.
I got to get a copy of that.
That's a good one. There's a new expansion, Fiends and Familiars, coming out. I am very excited about his new game, though, called Cartographers. It's a roll and write game where you draw a map. And you have to draw a map with all these rules.
Okay.
It looks really fun. I had it on Kickstarter. I've already backed it. And then, let's see. Did we play One Deck Dungeon?
You did. I didn't. I think I saw you play that twice.
Yeah.
Once with Ben, once with your kids. That was where the Yeti encounter came from, right?
That is. So
Yeah.
you can, there's footage of that. Of the
Yeah.
Yeti encounter.
Already
and
posted.
The Scythe was the one game where I think where you followed most of the rules. Some of these other ones, the rules were like fluid, which is okay because I'm still learning. And
You didn't tell me I couldn't.
most of the time I forget the rules anyway. So, but Scythe is my current favorite game to play.
You actually told me that what we thought was cheating in Scythe wasn't. Because the one thing I thought I river walked across a river I couldn't river
Oh
walk.
yeah, we could have backdoored.
Yeah, and you said you could have gotten there the same way,
Yeah,
a
the
different,
freakish
a
power
different
we
way.
had.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and then
Thank you for the scythe experience. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, I love board games. Yeah, and they're fun. Oh, and you played Magic with my son.
I did. We didn't get to finish that game.
The dragons were heating up over the poor cat.
I think I still could have beaten him
Yeah.
because I was going to take out the one he was going to attack with. It was going to cost me my dude, but it was going to cost him one of his dragons, and I had a strategy coming that I thought was going to work.
The cat deck has some synergies in it that are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But the dragons just, once they get up to 4 or 5 mana, they keep coming.
Yeah, I'll have to get that rematch next time I come through.
Yep. Yep.
Anything else we played?
I think so. No, I think that's about it.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
No, thanks for coming. Thanks for being a part of it.
Absolutely. Thanks for your hospitality. It's been a great time. I mean, I originally planned on 3-4 days here, and it's turned into 6 or 7.
We played comedy sports. Well, you played, and I watched.
Right. That's true.
That doesn't count.
Right.
No, it's been fantastic, and I just appreciate it. I appreciate people who invest in my kids' lives, and I love people who have an impact in their life, and then we can always look back and talk about those times, and so it's fun. So we'll talk about the Rob Long times here.
The Rob Long times.
Rob Lightning Long.
Rob Lightning Long.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for
Welcome.
the interview, for the hospitality, for the pizza, for everything.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I bought the pizza.
You did buy the pizza. And you bought the tacos tonight.
The
which are
omelet.
fantastic.
The omelet. Thank you for the omelet.
Yes.
Lisa makes a killer omelet.
One in the airport cafe.
I took a picture of Lisa's omelet. It was so good.
Was it that?
Yeah, it was so good.
She is becoming a much better cook.
I won't tell her you said that.
No, it all came from Magic playing. Oh no, we played Dixit.
Which one was
The-
Dixie? Oh, the
The
picture
card-
game.
The picture game.
The one that reminded me of Mysterium.
Yes. The
Yeah,
art
yeah.
looks very similar.
Yeah.
Yep.
That game was fun.
Yeah.
That game, I love when a game comes down to one turn.
It's so you didn't play Aeon's End,
Okay.
which is not even close. It's on a whole other level from Scythe and everything as far as my favorite games.
Okay.
I've been a part of their. I play tested the game that's going to be coming out later this summer. I'm all in on that game. I know everything about it. I know the guy. We've FaceTimed and chatted the guy that created the game, and it's just excellent. But the thing I like about that game
Yeah.
is it always comes down to, okay, I'm going to turn this card over, and if it's a 1, we win. If it's a 2, the game wins. And you've been playing for an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, and you're like, it comes down to one card.
It's like basketball. You only need to watch the last 5 minutes.
Right, yeah. So that's one of my favorite things about games, like you said, when they come down, when you work, and then it comes down to, like, how did I do 20 minutes ago when I started down this path? Because that's when I made the decision that's making this right now.
Nice. Alrighty. We have to wrap up anyway because the video will stop at 30 minutes, and that's a minute and a half from
There you
now.
go.
So,
Okay.
Thanks for the interview, Jared.
You're welcome.
Say goodnight, Jared.
See ya.
Say goodnight, Jared.
Oh, good night, Jared.
Yes.
My close-up, Mr. DeVille.
Yes.